Theresa May's cabinet is now largely agreed on the need for some form of transitional deal after Brexit, but what might that look like? For days now, Philip Hammond, the Chancellor, has been advancing his ideas publicly through the media and behind the scenes during roundtable meetings with business figures. Two clear themes have emerged. Firstly, that the Chancellor has privately said that the UK ought to be looking for something that looks like a Norwegian or Swiss-style off-the-shelf agreement during this implementation period, and secondly, that even if free movement technically ends, the country won't immediately apply immigration controls. One senior No. 10 figure claimed that Hammond was flying kites to see what he can get away with. They went as far as to suggest they believed that Hammond might even be part-sanctioned from the top. So what then? Of the apparent slapdown of the Chancellor at a briefing by the Prime Minister's official spokesman? To some extent, the best image to conjure right now is of smoke and mirrors. Britain doesn't need to take back control of immigration. We already have it. Karen Billamoria read more. While it is likely to be true that the government is not looking for an off-the-shelf model, it is probably also the case that any transitional agreement will look awfully like another option already out there. And while it is also true that Brexit means free movement is likely to technically end in March 2019, it is also the case that Hammond and a string of other senior ministers, including the Home Secretary, think the UK should delay imposing immigration controls beyond asking EU citizens to register. Which begs the question, when is free movement not really free movement, and when is bespoke really off the shelf? The reason for what seems to be an argument over semantics is that the government, acutely aware of that 52% Brexit vote, wants to make sure that what they end up with in 2019 looks like a significant change. But that doesn't mean that it will instantly amount to that much. In fact, Hammond's suggestion that many things will look similar probably trumps any of the carefully worded statements from number 10. The Chancellor has unquestionably grown in stature and importance since the Conservative Party lost its majority in June's election. Hammond appears to have the support of other cabinet members, like Amber Rudd, who has made clear that EU citizens will still be free to come and work in the UK after 2019 so long as they register. Another cabinet minister echoed the Chancellor's language, saying they supported his sensible approach that enables us to deliver the referendum result whilst protecting the economy from a cliff edge. Asked about free movement, the response was, "It will clearly take some time before we will have full migration controls for EU citizens."